Hello and welcome to the newest episode of the New Year's Six podcast. Today I'll be continuing my Week 5 preview, game previews here. So moving on to Clemson at Syracuse, an undefeated Syracuse. Looking to take on a Clemson team that is 2-2, looking for a rebound win after a close loss at Florida State. So if you haven't watched the preview videos before, just gonna go team by team, figure out what's working, what's not, keys to the game, and then do a final score prediction. So starting off with Clemson as they are the road team. Keys to the game here. There's been a couple of injuries on the receiver front there. I'm really most interested in the questionability of Antonio Williams potentially not playing. He's been an impact player for Clemson so far this year. Didn't play against FSU. We'll see if he suits up against Syracuse. But in his absence, I'm interested to see who kind of takes his place. Is it one of the younger guys like Tyler Brown or Troy Stiletto? Those types of players have a great opportunity at their disposal if that's the direction that Clemson goes. The Clemson passing offense has been pretty good so far this year. They're 37th overall in passing attack. It's definitely on the upper end of college football. Offense as a whole has been, pretty good. It's just a matter of putting the points on the board, but they're getting the yards, so they're getting close. But if Clemson is going to step up and deliver, they're going to have to attack Syracuse's stout passing defense. Syracuse as a whole has a strong defense from top to bottom, and Clemson's going to need all the help they can get at receiver. So if Antonio Williams does not suit up, I want to see the depth pieces at receiver roles, whether it's Tyler Brown, Troy Stiletto, even going to the tight end room, looking at someone like Sage Ennis, someone like that rising to the occasion would be a big, it would be a big moment for Clemson, being able to have those guys deliver on the road in a rebound opportunity. You don't want to fall to 2-3. Your season would really be over at that point. But if Clemson can make it happen, and they can attack with that air raid offense, and those receivers step up to the plate, Clemson's gonna have a real shot at it. In terms of what Clemson has done well so far this year, the rushing defense has been a key contributing factor to Clemson's success. They are 11th overall. It's hard for anyone to get a foothold on Clemson. When that rushing defense is as stout as it is, they need to continue to be strong against the Syracuse offense. It's a rushing attack for Syracuse that is 16th overall in the country. One of those sides is going to win this battle. Is it going to be Clemson's rushing defense, Syracuse's rushing attack? I think if Clemson's going to win the game overall, it's got to come from that rushing defense stepping up and limiting Syracuse to just their passing attack, which is, in Syracuse's defense, not even bad at all either. So, with that in mind, if Clemson can eliminate one side of Syracuse's offense, force them to throw and force them to beat them through the air, then it's going to limit Syracuse's options to win this game. In terms of where Clemson has fallen short, their red zone offense has been terrible this year. Whether it be turnovers, whether it be taking chances they shouldn't need to, so Clemson's red zone offense has been their detriment. It's the reason they lost the Duke game. Like one of those fumbles was on first or second and goal. And Duke took it back for 40-something yards. Those mistakes are inexcusable. I know that Duke loss is looking better and better week after week. FSU is still a top 5, top 10 team, so their losses are not bad, but their performance in those losses has been bad. So Clemson needs to capitalize in the red zone. Clemson needs to make the most of their opportunities when they're there. They need to be putting up at least 3 every single time, if not 7, against a red zone defense that Syracuse has that is very, very good. One of those, if Clemson can make a dent into Syracuse's stout red zone defense, Clemson will have a chance to win this game and will win the game. So that's what I'm looking for Clemson. Get that red zone offense moving. Keep that rushing attack heavy, and then keep that rushing defense attack heavy and frequent. And then I want to see those depth players at receiver step up to the occasion. When it comes to Syracuse, kind of what we're looking at with them, kind of the same deal. Their receiver room is kind of in a tough spot. They have quite a few injuries as well going on there. Trevor Pena is questionable. Isaiah Jones. So who's going to step up to the plate for them? It's a passing attack that is present It's a passing offense that is 22nd in the country, and you're going to need those guys to rise to the occasion, especially if you're going to beat Clemson at home. Uh, Daryl Gill is a name I would look at, a name I would rely on potentially. One of those younger guys. Donovan Brown has looked good so far this year. Bryce Cahoon could potentially be someone that factors into the game plan. I don't know, but you want to see these younger guys make an impact. You want to see the ones and twos find their way onto the field, knowing that there's already a depth issue at receiver with those injuries. So if those younger guys can make make an impact, even David Clement at tight end is someone to look out for. If those guys can rise to the occasion and make their names known, Syracuse could pull off the upset here, especially at home. That's that key factor there. Where Syracuse has done well so far this year, I talked about Clemson's red zone offense. Syracuse's red zone defense is number one. So if Syracuse's red zone defense continues to hold strong and exploits the weakness that Clemson has, Syracuse wins this game. If they hold strong, they do not allow points, inside their own 20. If they're going to have to force Clemson to go for the long ball in the long game, Clemson's going to fail, and Syracuse is going to come out 5-0, and they will be ranked at that point. They have to be. I'm the only one ranking them right now. I got you, Cuse. But Syracuse needs to rise to the occasion in the red zone on defense, where they have all year so far. If they take their foot off the brake or a foot off the gas, they're not going to win this game. But if they continue to be strong where they need to be strong, they will win this game. Now, where Syracuse needs to do better, those penalties are an issue. They are 114th in total penalties so far this year. They got to clean those up. You cannot give Clemson anything for free. It's a disciplined Clemson squad versus what seems to be an undisciplined Syracuse squad. But if Syracuse cleans up those penalties, they drop the holding, drop the false start, drop the DPI, any of those things, if those get taken off the table and Syracuse comes on disciplined, focus, and ready to win in front of their home crowd, they will win in front of their home crowd. So if Syracuse cleans up penalties, continues to be strong in the red zone, and then that receiver depth shines through, Syracuse gets the upset. So with that in mind, it is now time to make an official prediction on this game. Let me pull my actual numbers here up. Computer kind of freaked out for a second, so let's get that number going for you. All right, well, I can pull it up on my other screen for the time being. Clemson is the favorite. They are favored by 7 points, and the total is 53. On my end, I think you cancel the spread, you cancel the points. I'm picking Syracuse outright. I think Syracuse wins at home. I'm saying Syracuse 33, Clemson 27 in a close one. So Syracuse by 6, but for that perspective, I think the Syracuse offense shows up again. Their defense holds strong, and Clemson walks out of this game, in some real trouble. I didn't expect that going into this season. I thought Syracuse would be all right looking. I had Clemson on my playoff. I'm looking stupid because Clemson can't put it together, and this is going to be an example of how that continues to be the trend. Something's going on in Clemson. I don't know what the issue is, but they got to figure it out. And they'll have more questions and answers coming out of this Syracuse game. So with that in mind, what are your thoughts on this game? What are your keys to the game? Who do you think is going to win? Comment down below. Tune in next time for my next preview game. It'll be LSU at Ole Miss, a good one coming out the SEC West. And Ole Miss looking for a rebound. LSU looking to keep things rolling. So thank you all for your time. Thank you all for watching. And the season is just trucking along here. And thank you for being a part of it.